All right, I am in the Cybertruck, full self-driving 13.2.9. I am on the road already to make some deliveries. Got multiple pit stops. Should be quick. And on the way there, I do want to discuss some news while I am just lounging in the car, letting it do its thing. A group of Texas lawmakers sent a letter to Tesla urging the company to delay its robotaxi operations in Austin until September 1st. This could be a fork in the road. Let me go see when the autonomous vehicle operations framework goes into effect. This does not mean Tesla has to hold its June 22nd robotaxi launch service. The letter said if Tesla still proceeds with its plan to launch this month, they request the company respond to the letter with detailed information demonstrating that Tesla will be compliant with the new law upon the launch of driverless operations in Austin. Under the new framework, commercial autonomous vehicle operators transporting vehicles or property must receive prior authorization from the DMV before operating on public streets without a human driver, the letter read. Ooh, wow, that car just, well, full self-driving. It does this. It notices and it makes adjustments as needed. It's going to have to jump a couple lanes. Under the new framework, commercial autonomous vehicle operators transporting passengers or property must receive a prior authorization from the DMV, the letter read. In order to get the authorization, an operator must demonstrate each vehicle is capable of operating in compliance with state traffic laws, equipped with recording device, compliant with federal law, including federal motor vehicle safety standards, capable of achieving a minimal risk condition in automated driving system, is rendered inoperable, registered, title, and insured under Texas law. So the first one, compliance with traffic laws. For the most part, it does. Granted, as a human driver, we break laws all the time as we see necessary. Doesn't mean we get caught, but sometimes you just have to break the law for safety reasons. Equipped with a recording device. Well, there are many recording devices on this vehicle. There's 10 cameras. If you include the snitch camera right here, I hope they do give the footage one day of this snitch camera, because you just want to know, what is it recording? Is it recording us driving the vehicle? It'd be nice if it did. Okay, so compliant with federal laws, including more vehicles safety standards. I mean, it's a Tesla. It's already an HTSA or whatever. It's 5-star rated. Crash test. Capable of achieving minimal risk conditions in automated driving systems, rendered inoperable. That's a tricky one. How does that handle it? How does it? I guess it could always just stop, right? If full self-driving can't be handled and it just stops, and it's a possibility, because this vehicle, the Cybertruck right here, I've gotten into a situation where my camera stopped working. So if my camera is not working, self-driving is not working. And so what happens when that happens in the middle of a ride? It's happened in the middle of a ride. So maybe Tesla will not be able to satisfy, or maybe they can. I'm not sure. If you guys know in the comments, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that is going to be a tricky one to satisfy. And how does something like Waymo handle it? Maybe remote operator? Be right back to go over the last one. Alright, I'm going to take over just a little bit because the instructions are slightly off right now. I want to make a left turn right here so I don't have to do some wonky U-turns up ahead. So I'm just going to get over this lane. And being that there's a car there, I'm not going to turn on full self-driving right away. I'm going to move as far close to that lane as I can, just so that car can get by as soon as this car in front of me moves. Okay, so the last one is insurance. So yeah, you still got to get insured. So it's going to be a tricky situation to fulfill one of those. And that's if it's inoperable. I mean, if it's inoperable, can it pull over? Is it in a scenario where it can pull over? I guess if you're on the freeway, that's going to be very difficult or even impossible. So there's a chance that the Robotaxi may not work on the freeway because if it's inoperable, it has nowhere to pull over. Or, I mean, even on the freeway, it can pull over, but not all of them. Okay, so not all of them have that turn-off ramp. And maybe the map is going to have to exclude certain places because of that. Alright, so full self-driving is back on. We are turning to the next destination. What is it doing? Just let it go, let it go. I got a little bit nervous there. Okay, yeah, moving on. Tesla is, let's see. There's a post about Tesla saying that a Robotaxi is essentially a robot on wheels. And I would agree with that. It's not the conventional robot, but sure, it's a robot on wheels. And it's pretty good as it stands right now. The future firmware, future update, the Robotaxis right now, they are not using the same firmware as the Cybertruck is. For instance, it's not using the same firmware as the Model Y is using right now. It's a build that is ahead. It's going to eventually go to these cars, and hopefully that means that by the end of the year we will get that alpha software into this vehicle, and that means by the end of the year we will be able to ride unsupervised. Yes, it's it's wishful thinking, but you can see that there are Teslas on the road that are doing it now. There are Teslas that park at the Tesla facility that are doing that right now. Hopefully it becomes a real thing. But even before that, the Cybertruck could really get the touch to go to the end destination. It doesn't have that right now. It doesn't have park where it can reverse itself out and then just go. It needs to be polished, and that polishing is not quite there. And there's other issues. It's not other issues, but maybe challenges that it doesn't handle quite well. And that is, if it gets stuck in traffic or it gets stuck with an obstacle, it doesn't have the ability to reverse to get around that object. Because sometimes if somebody pulls in front of you and you can't just turn around, you have to reverse and then turn around to make yourself some space. That is not something that the Cybertruck can do, I don't believe. I'm not sure if the Model Y can do that as well. But keep in mind that the Cybertruck is the more inferior version. It's a bigger vehicle. The Cybertruck is the most amazing Tesla you can own, in my opinion. And the reason is it's just so big, utilitarian, useful, that truck bed. I mean, if you're a truck person or you like having the idea of having a truck bed to haul stuff, it is extremely practical. and in combination with that tonneau cover. And I was looking at trailers, just some smaller, lightweight trailers. Maybe I will have a RV life type of deal, because I was thinking trailer life would be pretty good. And the main reason is that Tesla does not make an RV. They don't make a van. I'm not able to create an RV van or van life in general from a Tesla, and I wish that was not the case, because an RV life with a Tesla would be amazing. One of the things that are the biggest hassles of those long-term travel or travel in van life, and some people, they make tremendous miles. They have a lot of miles that they put on that system, and they're driving themselves. And once you've experienced full self-driving of a Tesla that is this good, even though it's the most inferior version, it's still quite good. You really don't want to drive anymore. That's just my opinion. And if you guys know of any vans that can do at least freeway driving very, very well, let me know in the comments. But as far as I understand, there's not many that can do it, and there sure as hell isn't any that can do it well as the Tesla. So I was looking into like campers that you can pull around, not so large, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 range in weight, so not too big either, right? If I'm gonna go camping or RVing, I want to keep it minimalist, just because the more bigger, the more complex you are, it's not good. It's just, you're gonna run into issues. I've seen enough of them that those slide out RVs, they run into issues because that mechanism is not easy to put in, and because of the car, it jiggles and it moves around, and it has tight tolerances and seals. It's gonna fail. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I don't think that RVs are reliable from what I've seen. And on top of that, people don't use it to live in, or they don't use it as often as they think they do, where the average is, it's quite low. I think it's quite low, that the average amount of time people use an RV, I believe it was like under a month for RV owners. And so that RVs, they spend the majority of their life, like a vast majority, just inside of the homeowner's parking lot. That's kind of why I would want to keep it minimalist, because you don't want to spend so much, or even at all. You might just want to rent and try before committing. Yeah, it's just a thought. And now we're almost to our next destination, and that is to drop off the packages. And let's see, is there anything that we should be concerned about on this road? I'm going to jump over a lane just because I want to be in the closer lane. We're super early, and that's alright. I want to be there early. I want to be in the correct lane early, that is, rather than wait till the last minute. So Tesla sales are doing quite well in Europe, and I think because of the instability of this year, every car manufacturer, they're not doing that well. The Tesla Model Y is selling like hotcakes, I believe. The day ended with 326 Tesla sales in Norway, 295 Model Y, 279 Junipers, and 31 Model 3. So the Model 3 has lost a lot of steam. The Model Y, I mean, it is the benchmark. It's going to be the most popular car worldwide, probably for the next few years. The upgrades are just, if you're not sure what they've done, they've modernized it so it has the trim like the Cybertruck. It has the glass like the Cybertruck, and that makes the whole interior more quiet. It has the overhead panels. They're using some sort of darker tint, or I'm not sure, but it keeps a lot more heat out, so it's more efficient. The frunk has similar to the Cybertruck, it has like the drain plug, and that could be good if you have just dirty pair of sandals from the beach or something. You toss in there and you could just dump water and just let it flow and clean your stuff right in that front. That's kind of a neat aspect of it. And yeah, unfortunately we did not make that light. I should have just hit the accelerator, because now I have to jump over 2 lanes and make that right where that FedEx truck just turned inside. So, but that's a minor challenge for the Cybertruck. Even just the basic all-wheel drive version, I should be able to just hit the accelerator and out-accelerate. Well, as if this guy in the Mercedes decides to block me, then he absolutely might be able to. I mean, the Mercedes should be kind of quick. But either way, we have to jump over 2 lanes, and I could either hit the accelerator or just let it go. And I might be able to just let it go. Just see how it handles it. If it misses it, then we just miss it, right? Of course, I'm not going to miss it. Moving on. Okay, so Tesla is having a sales pitch about how easy it is to buy a Tesla. You can do it on your app in 2 minutes. I'm not sure about that. Okay, so I decided to hit the accelerator just so I could pass that guy. And now the Tesla has to slow down at a much accelerated pace, and we are good. So the Tesla would have just slowed down, or yeah, I didn't want to take the risk. I didn't want to cut over that guy last minute, so I just hit the accelerator and let it go. Okay, so we have to drop off here, and you know, I have one large package that I'm just gonna hand carry as soon as we get in. Let's pull this down. Is it? No, wait. No. I don't want you to park head in. I have a package, so I'll let it park for me. Why does it get so close to that? So the car still does that, where it gets close to the next vehicle, and it's always iffy because it's large. It's harder to see out of that. Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to overtake it because there is a FedEx truck going out. I don't want to block them, and the parking was just too slow. Okay, so that truck's not even going out. They're just like hanging out. Sorry about that. I did have to intervene because I thought I was being a good model citizen. But turns out that they don't even need to go that quick. Anyhow, that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Take care.